नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। Good afternoon, guten Tag. We are on for full summer. It's quite hot. We all have taken a lot of trouble to commute to this place in this hot sun. Anyway, tomorrow is the last class. You just said the prayer, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha. So the meaning of the prayer is given page number 11, third and fourth stanzas in that Sanskrit prayer. So Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, you all know that may all be happy. Sarve Santu Niramaya, may all be free from disease. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, may all realize what is good. Ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet, may none be subjected to misery. You see, Swamiji said, help the world, help the society. The best way to help ourselves is to help others. But we all know it's not easy to help the world, and also our ability to help the world is also limited. Today, if you just see the society, everybody wants help from others. Am I in a position to help others? Even those who thought actually they were in a position to help others, would go to help the society and they got frustrated because there are so many such people. Because the quantum of suffering is so huge and the number of people who are seeking help is so huge. And we know that our resources and our capacity to help the world is very, very limited. Vivekananda also had this kind of frustration and disappointment. He wanted to help so many people, he could gauge the suffering in the world. He could understand the quantum of suffering that exists in the world. He felt helpless at one point of time. One day he was weeping in his room. You believe me, a person who roared Vedanta across the globe, who lived only for others' sake, every breath that he had taken only for the sake of others. One day he was weeping in his room in the dead of the night. The Swami, who was living next to his room, he came out of his room and knocked Vivekananda's door. What happened, brother? Why are you weeping? You know what Vivekananda replied? Patient, he was telling, he was addressing his brother monk. Patient, when I remember the sufferings of the people, I don't get sleep. I find it very difficult to sleep. And I get disappointed with my helplessness, my inability to help all those. So I am praying to my Gurudev, Sri Krishna Paramahamsa. I am praying to him to alleviate the suffering of others. So a person like Vivekananda felt so helpless. How much we can help the society? So the best help that we can do ever to this world is this. Invoke the blessings of the Lord upon those helpless people, upon those who are suffering. Every second man or woman is, has some kind of suffering today. Our ability, our means to help those people is very limited. So the best help that you can do is invoke the blessings of the Lord upon all. How do you do that? For that, your heart should be soft. You should have the sensitive heart, a heart that feels for the suffering of others. When you have that, then automatically you will pray. Your prayer will be from the bottom of the heart. When you say your prayer from the bottom of the heart, Lord will listen to your prayer and Lord will help somebody else. You have prayed and somebody else got the benefit of it. Maybe Lord will help lakhs and lakhs of people provided your prayer is sincere. See, today morning I read a small report in newspaper. You also might have read it. A 10th class boy, 15 years old boy, came out last night to fetch medicine for his mother. The mother had some tooth problem. The boy was out to get the medicine and he met with an accident and died. 15-year-old boy. You just imagine the suffering of that mother. Impossible. Nobody can help. You just imagine suffering of her. For a mother to see her son predecease her, that to a 15-year-old young boy, her life got shattered, right, for her, nothing more. I was just trying to place myself in her shoes and trying to experience her suffering and pain. Impossible, I couldn't reach the point. Nobody except the person who is experiencing that, nobody else will understand this. Unless you also pass through the same kind of agony and placed in the similar circumstance, it is so difficult. Yeah, there is so much of suffering in that way across the globe. But you can help lakhs and lakhs and millions of people by invoking the blessings of the Lord upon them. For that, you should have a sensitive heart like Vivekananda, okay? And go on invoking the blessings of the Lord upon everybody. Oh Lord, my means to help the society and the world is too limited. I myself in need of help. I'm a puny, small, petty human being. How much I can help? So you help all your creation. Okay, if your prayer is sincere and unselfish, definitely Lord will help millions. He has the power because He is omnipotent. He has the capacity. He has the resources. But do we say such prayer? Yes, you have to say. You will benefit yourself and also you will benefit the society and mankind at large through such a prayer. You will benefit yourself because you become pure. Your heart expands. Your consciousness expands. Because you are not just living for yourself. You are feeling for others. Material help, how much you can give. What resources you have, how much money you have. Billionaires actually are frustrated seeing the quantum of suffering that exists in the world. Billions they have donated in the hope of actually they would be able to change the world. They would be able to touch the lives of millions and millions of people. They are not able to do. The moment you touch it, actually your billions are nothing because the problem is so huge. In no time your billions get exhausted. But the problem is more or less same. The suffering is same. And more number of people are coming and seeking help. So this is the help that you can really do to society. Don't underestimate your potential in that way. Because there is the Lord dwelling in your heart and the Lord dwelling in the heart of every human being. If you are touched by the misery in the world, and if you say such an unselfish prayer, oh Lord, help all those afflicted, you alone have the power. And that will purify your heart, your consciousness, and you will come closer to God. And also immense benefit and good will happen to the society. So will you say the prayer? Chiptara? Chastara? Get your out voice. Not easy, I'm telling you. Okay? For that, to help others, to pray for others, we have to cut down our selfish instinct. You have to expand your consciousness. If you do that, I'm saying, real good will happen to the society. In that way, you're also omnipotent. You have the infinite capacity to help the world because there is God dwelling in your heart, and the prayer must be unselfish, and it should come not from your lips, from the bottom of your heart. Thank you. Have a nice afternoon.